Thank you, Miyazaki. One sec, I'm still typing the announcement. One sec. Okay, now you can react. I didn't expect anyone to join so quickly. Sorry about that. I was still getting set up here. Uh, you're good though. Don't worry. Hello. Ursh. Yeah, it's weird because like the alert sounds work on this for like so I have two different profiles for OBS. I have VR and desktop. This is the desktop profile, and it looks like the alert sounds actually do work properly here, but they don't work on the VR one for some reason. I don't know why. So I have to go figure that out later. Um, but for now, I'm not gonna worry too much about it because I would need to sit down and organize my OBS anyway for my VR side. So, but hello everyone, hello. How you guys doing? I just got back from the store. I woke up. I had my smoothie that I made the day before, and then I went to the store to go get stuff for dinner because I was thinking of making tacos, and I bought like stuff to make tacos. Because I was like, I wanted to test the theory and see like, is it cheaper for me just to go to the store and buy the stuff to make tacos than to actually go to Taco Bell and get like a party pack, like 12 tacos? And yeah, it was. But I don't know if I'll make that tonight because I went and got pizza that I like to get as well. So I have a frozen pizza I'll probably make for tonight. Because I'm gonna be watching Sam's stream tonight like usual. He starts at 8, so we still got 3 hours. So, but for the time being, we are going to work on the Wanderer. So we might not be in Blender too much today. This might actually be more of a Unity focused stream, and for a very good reason. I'll explain in just a moment here when I get Unity open and stuff. But this might be a more Unity focused stream because I got some stuff set up for the foliage. And we need to start. I want to see if I can start like painting it and getting it all set up and stuff. So yeah, I would say like. Actually, I don't want synthwave. I want like lo-fi. One sec. Sorry, I just want like more casual music. One sec. Sorry. I know you guys probably can't hear it, but it's okay. But anyway, so we are gonna kind of just jump right into this, because we have a lot we can be doing today. I'm just gonna do a quick round and check everything real quick. Okay. Nope, looks like everything's good. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into it. So hello, it's me. I'm waiting for Unity. Oh yeah, wait, Unity's not gonna open because I have it disabled. One sec. Windows Dev Unity. Here we go. Sorry about that. So here we go. Here is the as you guys can tell, this is the blended Unity scene for the Wanderer for the new update. You guys probably have saw this a few times already. We've been working in and out of here. I think last time we got the oh gosh, wait. We got the I'm trying to find like something I could focus on. We got the dock and stuff set up. Basically just a super basic dock and stuff, nothing overtly complicated or anything. And then we got the bridge up here set up as well. So we got all that going and that modeled and whatnot, so that was great. In terms of things to model, I think the one thing I was thinking about doing a water tower for another idea, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that because we actually can start taking some steps to update the we can start taking steps to actually update the terrain and the foliage because I actually bought an asset pack. I know, right? Crazy, right? So under normal circumstances, I'm gonna sneeze. One sec, wait. I'm so sorry. So under normal circumstances, I would generally try to make all the assets from scratch, and most of the assets you see in the scene right now are indeed made from by scratch made from scratch by me, and that's something I take pride in. However, foliage is one of those weird areas where it's like I'm not too like I can kind of do it. Like I mean these trees were made by me after all, right? I can kind of do it, but it's a very tedious process making all the different kinds of foliage I wanted, and I just kind of wanted something now to work with. So I went and I found a prefab. I mean, I went and I found a asset pack that was on sale for like $12. And it has quite a lot of stuff in it. So as you can tell, we've got some very interesting trees here. They all kind of share like a very similar aesthetic and an art style. Um, so they actually look pretty good, all things considered. Um, so we've got quite a bit of foliage stuff we can work with here, as you can tell. So very very happy about this. They actually look pretty good, all things considered. Uh, so yeah, it's kind of nice. Now, what we're gonna do in today's stream is we're going to wipe the slate clean of all the trees on the terrain right now. And we're gonna start setting up these trees from this asset pack in the Wanderer. Now, like I said, usually I like to make stuff from scratch, and I do like doing that. But I think in the case of foliage, I don't think there's anything wrong with using an asset pack. I mean, then generally there isn't really anything wrong with using an asset pack in general. I just like using my own assets. Like, look, that's a cool little tree. You know, look at that. Wow, that's cool. So we're gonna be sitting down and we're gonna be setting up, basically the terrain stuff for today. So first off, we're going to clear. We're gonna clear the. We're gonna clear the terrain of trees. So I always like to do it this way because it gets rid of all the trees. So there you go. All that's out of the way. Um, so we get rid of all the trees. We're basically also just going to get rid of all the foliage stuff up here, like all the trees that we've already got set up in the actual thing, because we don't want them here anymore. Because we're going to be using new ones that we're going to be setting up here. So we're going to start doing that. So we're just going to get rid of all the trees we have here. We don't need them anymore. So we're just going to do that. So now we have no trees. And anything like that. The next thing we're gonna do is we do also have some actual textures. Oh, let me note that. We do actually also have textures for like grass. Like you can see in my folder, we actually have textures for like the actual ground and stuff. So we're gonna probably sit down and we're gonna actually take some of these textures here from this asset pack and actually put them into the terrain itself and plug them in and see what they look like. Because I would like to have a consistent look to my terrain and stuff. Like I would like a very consistent like art style going with things. So I'm thinking that we can use some of this tileable stuff and actually see how it looks and whatnot. So I'm excited to give that a try. There's quite a bit of different types of grass here, so we're gonna kind of play around with it, I think. But they've got like forest ground as well, and it actually looks pretty okay. Well, it's kind of blurry, but well, we may or may not update the terrain textures. I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, for now, what we're gonna do, they have all the FBX files here too, which is nice. And I went ahead and also updated all the materials for this asset pack to silence foliage shader because beforehand they didn't use it. So yeah, that was something I did. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do first here. So first off, we need to find out where. I know my head's going to be in the way for some of this. I apologize. As you can tell behind me, these are all like the layers that we have. And we actually have terrain textures already set up here, which is nice. So we have 5 layers set up here right now. Grass, pine, forest, rocky dirt, which is 2 different ones, and then stone. So what we can do is we can take this little doodad right here, and we can duplicate this and actually make a new version of this. So we're gonna call this. I'll just put V2 in front of them just so I know they're like a different version of the I spelled that wrong. Whoops. I'm gonna try this out and just see how this looks because we technically don't have to repaint anything. We actually could just like leave it as it is. Trying to see if there's a way I can like look it up based on if I type in asset slash no, let's look it up. You guys can't see the window on me. I apologize. Yeah, okay, we'll do this one. Oh, they even have a terrain scattered normal. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is if we click here, we go down to here. We have this layer for grass. Sorry, God, I can't talk. We have this layer for grass. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag this into here and kind of see what that looks like. Not too bad actually. I mean, if you do like a back and forth, right? Oh, it's not gonna do a back and forth, but we can manually do it. It's fine. So we do like, so you got that's the original, and then this is the new. That actually doesn't look too bad, all things considered. That actually looks pretty okay, all things considered. It's a bit tiled, but actually we could I think it is put because it's technically so like if we do 1-to-1, that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to, the tiling was set to 1:5:5. That's why. I could make it a little bit bigger, but yeah, like that basically. There we go. I'm just gonna do this because I would like to see how this all looks. So there's two different pine for. Okay, we want to take this. You need to apply all the soil layers. Oh my gosh. It's a little picky here, aren't we? You've got a point. We might work on that in a bit here. I'm just kind of checking out some of the stuff in this asset pack. I don't remember if it was called Forest. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Okay. Once again, this is tiled to like offset, like so, like we do 0:0 and then just do 1:1 and see what that looks like. So I'm gonna see what the forest one looks like as well. Well, that's a little dookie. Ooh, that's a little bit blurrier than I would have liked actually. I'm gonna be honest. I might stay with the I might stay with this one instead. Maybe turn this down to like 2:2 fine. Might stick with that for now, maybe. I mean, I technically don't really need to update the terrain textures themselves. I actually kind of don't need to. I could just keep them the way they are because they're fine, all things considered. I was just kind of playing around with it to see what kind of stuff I could get from it. So like I'm gonna see. So like we go here because we got like all these stuff. That was like I was playing around with it, just seeing. Honestly, looking at it now, it's not really too much here aside from the grass. So I think what we'll do is we'll just keep it the way it was before. I just wanted to play around with it a bit, so we'll actually just keep it like that for now. Actually, we'll actually change this one because I kind of don't like it being a different like grass like that. I kind of like it being more green. So we'll actually keep it like that, kind of more of a consistent green. And that should hopefully be good. Yeah. We are probably going to change some of the painting here eventually. Okay, well, anyway, let's not dilly-dally on that too much. So what we want to do... Well, if only I knew how to apply random noise. I don't know how to do that. That sounds like code talk to me. There's probably a way to do it, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now because I don't know how to do it. So, and I don't feel like sitting down learning how to do it right now. So, I have other things that I gotta do. So yeah, like I said, we're using an asset pack, and we are going to start setting up some of the trees here. So we have like a bunch of different sets we can use. So we're gonna kind of go through and kind of figure out what we want to do. I mean, there's a lot of different like ones like this that we could use. I kind of want to stick more with a pine forest if possible. But this one actually has flowers, ironically. Actually has like nice little flowers too. That's oh, they even have LODs on them. Oh, that's neat. Oh wait, do they? Does that have an LOD? Oh, it's a very bad LOD, but it has an LOD. Also, the freaking I gotta update the I gotta change the actual the settings of the material because right now this thing is going mental right now. So I need to change. Oh god, what was it? It was like 0.
Let's print out the test results. Mm, 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 mm. Test results. There is still no milk at the Wanderer.
Oh, it actually worked out pretty fine. That's yeah, I heard that. There you go. Okay, it doesn't matter. Actually, okay, we're not gonna stress about this right now. I'm just gonna disable wind for now. Um, I will like as we're setting these up, we will have to kind of polish them up. But we do have like flowers we could set up. That's kind of cool. I mean, I technically have my own flowers. I think we're actually just gonna use my flowers that I made because I actually did make my own flowers. Uh, but for trees, we're gonna be using these ones. So we're gonna kind of just line them up here and kind of figure out what we want to do. So we've got trees like really tall ones like this. Like wow, that's a super tall one. It's super basic too. Unless I fucked up the materials, in which case it might be because of that. Also, I wonder why that's so dark like that. Oh, it's because it's using the alpha for some reason. That's I don't know why you're. Oh, it's because they're like all the textures are white, but then I think they get colored. Oh, right, because this asset pack had a special shader that you could get that would like change the colors of the leaves. So the leaves are white by default, but then you would have to like make them like green like this basically. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably do some adjustments to materials and stuff, I think. So definitely. Um let's see. I'm gonna go through some of the pine trees. We got this one, this one, this one, and this one. We got some decent pine trees here. They're all really tall, I will say. Um Yeah, these are all very tall. We do also have fir trees, which I don't really know what the difference is. These ones look like they're probably shorter. Well, that's not short, I'll tell you that much. Um, oh wow, some of these are fucking massive. Oh shit, this is some big ass tree. Oh my god. They're all considered pine though, so I would probably say yeah. That's interesting. We got some interesting tree choices. We do have a lot of variety here, which is kind of nice. I do want to know. See, they say they have LODs, but they don't seem to be very like uh they're very like big. I wonder if that would I wonder if that would just be fine regardless. I could just set this up and be done with it. I think I want to check real quick. Do these all use the same material for the trunks? It'd be kind of nice if they did. Oh, they do. Okay. What about the leaves? Do they all use the same leaf material? Pine one. Oh, they do. Oh, that's cool. Oh, neat. Okay, so these actually these all use like the same leaf material and the same bark material. That's nice. It's just that they're different variations. That's cool. Okay. We might we might use these as our foliage and stuff. That might be kind of cool. I like the pine tree aesthetic, so I wanted to go with that more. We do also have birch trees we can kind of slap in here too, if we really wanted to. We have acacia, if you guys like acacia trees. Look at that. You guys like that? We have first snow. See, look at this. Like this one actually looks like decent. Like what is going on with this one? Oh, it's because it's got a different color on the material. Okay, I could just change the color of all of these super easy. It's like, is that even any different actually? I'm gonna guess. They technically use a different material. Like these ones are just white, which I could change that super easily. Um, I guess there's really no difference between these actually, huh? So that's not too bad. Um, Actually, Yeah, we'll come back to that in a second. Let's see. We do have various like large bushes and foliage we can use as well. We've got like we have like actual like small size shrubbery we can use as well, which is super nice. And also some bushes too. That's super dope because that's gonna help us kind of like flesh out the thing a little bit more. We've also got modular trees and we got trunks as well. So if we need to put some like tree trunks here, we can actually put some dead tree trunks and stuff. That's nice. Um, God, what else do we have? These ones I think are still the same, right? Yeah. They got standard trees. Well, these are just standard meshes, but you got like trees like that. And then there's a different set we have too, technically. More bushes and stuff, which is kind of cool. Like this one, these ones look a little different. Interesting. That's cool. So I'm just like going through this, just like looking at all this stuff. Oh, these are saplings. Okay, that'll actually be perfect. We do have. Oh wait, these are for something else. We do have stumps, and we have logs. Well, these ones are. I think this is meant for like if you have a cutting tree mechanic in your game and you want to like have the trees cut down. But we do have stumps at least, so that's actually kind of nice. To have. Like this is all like choppable. Like these are all like choppable trees. We don't want these. We want to look at the other stuff. You know, like nice old maple. That's cool. It's so hard to decide. And then we also got some plants. We got grass. Yeah, this is what we want. Oh, we've got freaking ferns. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Actually, we have actual ferns. We got whatever these are. Perfect. That's actually what we need. Ironically, um, and they've got clusters of grass as well, which they look okay. I'm a little worried about having so much grass, I will say. Honestly, I think the grass that I made actually might be better. But the ferns, I'll probably use these because they actually do look kind of nice, like these plants and stuff. The ferns, the plants, these actually look pretty good, all things considered. We're gonna have to change the materials a little bit though, but yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start. I don't know if I want to use every single one of these as a freaking. You know what? We could just play around with it actually here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to. So these all seem to already have like LODs and stuff set up on them, so I don't really need to change anything. So what we can do is when we go to add a tree, we can just start slapping in like stuff. I think. I will say I do like this material. Oh shoot, wait. Here, I do like this material more, so we actually want to keep that. Um, Actually, we could just use these, I guess. Actually, let's look at these real quick here. One sec. Man, dude, foliage is difficult. It's gonna be a difficult painting this, but we're gonna probably automate the process a little bit because it will help us a bit. I will say these trees are very tall, but I think that is just normal. So we are going to have definitely some like extra shrubbery in there as well. And then we're definitely gonna have to tweak the values of all this stuff as well. So here, we're just gonna play around with this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to start adding trees. Oh, hello, Kino. Hello. Is it possible to add a slider or something in the settings to change the lightness, brightness of the world? You mean like in game or right now so that you can see better? Because I mean, I'm not gonna add a brightness slider in the Wanderer directly. No, that would kind of take away from the whole point. Uh, but in terms of here, no, I can only just turn off the lighting and that's it. No. I'm gonna tweak the lighting a little bit, but the idea is it is supposed to be dark. So also we're just gonna try something here. So we can just add all these trees right now like that. And then what we can do is we'll just mass place these and just see what they look like. There you go. We just mass placed a shit ton of trees. Look at that. Wow, that's a lot of trees. Um, guys, look at that! Wow, the forest is already done.
My sprinkler goes like this. And comes back like.
Uh huh. That is a sprinkler. You're absolutely correct. I'll be honest. I think this might have saved a lot of work for us. So as you can tell, there's literally trees everywhere. So if we do like a quick here, if we do just like a quick like we just quickly take a brush and just kind of get rid of all the trees that are like on the road and stuff, we could probably clean this out a little bit. Does it have different sized trees too? I could actually change the tree height variation here. It's a setting behind my head. You can't see it, but there's a tree height variation I can set here. So I could actually set these to be smaller or taller if I want to. So yeah, that is an option I could do. So I'm gonna probably replace these actually here. We're gonna do smaller trees, mass place. Don't keep the existing trees. Change. There you go. If I had to ask a question, what was the hardest thing you had to do for your world? Oh gosh, the hardest thing for the Wanderer that I ever had to do. I mean, that's a hard question. It's a hard one to answer because there's a lot of hard things that come with the map. Well, I guess like the hardest would probably be lighting, maybe. Like lighting is definitely a pain in the butt to do. Um, I would say it takes a bit of some time and an effort to learn how to do lighting and stuff. So that's definitely a big one, I would say. So lighting, I would probably say lighting. Um, I mean, Udon could also be a number two there, but lighting definitely. Oh yeah, I just realized, guys, I don't actually have to use the mass play system. We actually could use. I actually bought something that actually could be useful for this. Actually, wait. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, but I updated the hierarchy. So I actually have my prefab back, my thing back for smart hierarchy now. So thank God, finally, I can actually do this. Now, I do actually have a little thing I have that actually does foliage placements. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find here, because I already had this all set up and stuff, and then foliage species, and then we actually need to quickly set these all up with the trees we were using. Um, and that goes on the pine forest layer. We already have that set up. So I need to quickly find the trees we were using a second ago, because we do want to use those. Yeah, it's so organized. It's so nice, guys. I have no idea how to explain it. Um, I had to make it on myself, where things would work sometimes, and other things that would just not work at all. Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, welcome to Udon. Um, welcome to coding in general. Frankly, uh, it do be like that sometimes. Okay, so what this little doodad does, right? So what this little thing script I have does that I got is it will place it will I know you guys can't see it because of my head here. I'll just disable myself for a second so you guys can see it. Um it will, so if you go here, um I gotta probably change these actually real quick. 5 and we wanted to do 6. There we go. So what this does is basically it takes the terrain layer of a specific layer that I set, which is set in the foliage biome here, which in this case is set by the tree. So the biome is like you could put different kinds of stuff in here, and then the individual trees like I have all set here, and then they're all set to be primarily on this layer right here, so the pine forest layer. So what this does is I'll actually just show you real quick. It might not work initially the first time, but here. So there you go. So it does like auto placement stuff. but it does it like based off of like a certain, like it kind of like spreads them out clustered and whatnot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an extra generation, clear, then simulate. It's actually kind of neat. Albeit it's still a little flawed. Like there's still plenty of gaps here. It kind of sucks. Um, so usually I set it to 8 and then I simulate it. Might take a moment to do it all. There you go. But the idea is that it should only, obviously you'll have like all these extra pine trees that I just need to get rid of. These are all just like extras that are placed on stuff that they shouldn't be placed on. Get rid of all that. Um, so the idea is that this little thing I have basically will place the trees based on the terrain layer and not put it on the other layer. So as you can tell, we don't have anything on the grass layer or anything like that. And we shouldn't have any on these, although it's like really close though. So we're going to have to adjust it. Obviously, I am going to have to sit down and do a little bit more painting. Because this is not perfect. Like it's decent, but it's not perfect. So there's still quite a lot to be left desired, basically. Um, you can snap place. I always type in the transform. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're talking to Kino. Okay, sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry. So yeah, here's like the basics of the forest done. I mean, it's a super straightforward, Now the thing is, I really need to start like, dude, it sucks because like, this isn't good to me. Like this is just like, okay, it's just a forest and that's it, right? It's like I will have to go and like actually hand paint this, and it's just like, ugh, you know. Now the nice thing is, I believe I can also just like we have grass here, as you can see. So if I were to just um replace this with the grass layer we have here, and then do that. And then I think it should just technically pine forest. Oh, right, because I need to, we don't need a game object. We can set that to none. Right, pine forest, and then I need to set a different biome, which is the grass. There you go. So then if I do this again, simulate, hopefully it doesn't crash because I think I might be generating a bit too much stuff. Okay, there you go. So if I go down here, oh, actually there is no grass. Weird. Yeah, this tool is kind of meh. It's okay. Yeah, see, we got like grass up here. It's kind of wacky. We don't need grass on the top of the roof. Um, it's weird. It places things like sometimes on weird things. I don't know. This is nice if I want to like, um, this is nice if I don't want to place it on certain layers, but at the same time, like just mass placing trees and then just doing it this way can kind of be useful sometimes. And sometimes I'll just have like gaps and stuff. And then I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and actually paint my own trees as well. But the biggest issue I have with the mass place tree system is that it places all the trees that are like in there, including the small stuff, and it just sometimes doesn't look good. So it kind of sucks. And then I have to go back and actually like manually paint stuff as well. So for instance, we are definitely going to have to sit down and manually paint the grass as well. And then we do also have more things we want to place. Like for instance, we do want to place like shrubbery and bushes and grass and stuff. That's going to be the thing. I don't think this foliage pack includes rocks actually. I need to double check because I was hoping it did. I don't actually know if it does. Does it include? I swear to God, this thing included rocks. I saw them in the second trailer. I'm gonna be a little bit sad if it doesn't. No, I don't think it does. That's a bit unfortunate if this does not include rocks. I'm gonna have to make my own then. That's fine. Could be worse, I guess. We have like these textures though, which I don't know what these are used for. But I thought this would come with like rocks and stuff, but it seems to not want to have rocks. Weird. It only has trees. Interesting. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dude, I suck at painting foliage and I suck at making environments, but we're gonna try our best. So I'm gonna just start clearing out all the foliage that's around like structures and stuff, and just kind of get this all cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll go back and kind of like fix it up later. So we're kind of just like clearing this out a little bit. No, I don't want to keep accidentally pressing. There you go. I could use the foliage placement thing, and actually I could use this to make my life a little bit easier, which I think we will actually do. Because frankly I don't want to have to do that, so we're actually just gonna use this little doodad real quick. Clear simulate. Okay, that saves us a little bit of work here. And then we just need to go and delete all the extra foliage it generated in random places. Luckily, it turns them all in the game object, so I can just delete them, which is nice. So that saves us a bit of time, as you can tell. Now, we could also start attaching other freaking foliage stuff to this as well. So, you know, we have pine trees, but then we could also attach the flowers. I don't know. I think the problem is when I add smaller stuff, like it spawns less trees and it spawns the smaller stuff instead. And it's like, ugh, you know. Although it would be nice if the system. I wonder if this system actually works. If I can. Oh God, wait! I gotta turn my face back on. Hi guys, sorry. I do wonder if the system would actually work better if sections of trees as separate layers. I don't know if there's such a thing as combining all the tree layers, but I think I get what you're trying to say. Yeah, I actually could change it based on layer, like the actual terrain layer. But I don't know. I mean, this isn't bad. It's just I'm gonna have to go and manually paint a lot too. I'm just not looking forward to it. That's all. I also need to add more foliage variants to this actually, because right now this is very lackluster. It's missing a lot of extra foliage. So let's start looking through stuff we want to add. So first off, I already know for a fact we're gonna add my grass that I made, because I made my own grass and I'm proud of it. So we are gonna actually add our own little grass here. So add tree grass. There you go. Look at that. I made this grass. I'm very happy with it. We're gonna use this grass. Now, what we could do for grass is we could actually make this the variant here, which I believe it's already set to be. Yes. Okay. So we could actually use this layer. So we'll change this into this instead. And then I'm just gonna quickly. What we can do as well is if it doesn't override it, which I really hope it doesn't, then we should just be able to. None. We should just be able to do this, and then I'm hoping this doesn't override what we have right now. It does, I think. Oh God, of course it does. And it didn't even work. Ugh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay. Yeah, I know I need to do it in sections. I just don't know how. Mass place trees just places them all across the entire terrain. And this little prefab I have, I mean, like, it does have like biomes you can set, but then it's like, okay, well then they're based off of checks terrain layers for here. I don't know. I get what you're trying to say, but I don't know how to do it. So in Unity, I think I'm just gonna do this here. We'll probably just gonna have to do a lot of this by hand anyway. So I'm just I don't know, because like I saw a video tutorial and like the guy had like all of his foliage set up and then he did mass place trees and it actually looked really good. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I should just sit down and get all the stuff installed. So we're gonna get rid of the grass and we're just gonna start installing the bushes and stuff here as well, because I know we want to add those. Um, bushes. So let's see what kind of bushes we want. I know we said we wanted saplings. So we're gonna at least have like some of these guys. I think I like these saplings more. How is Fred doing? Oh, he's doing fine. He's up there. So he's doing okay. There we go. Let's see. So add tree. We'll add bush A because I like this one. Wait, which one did I just add? Bush way. Okay, we added this one. Um, we're gonna do 1A3. And then we'll do 1A2. Okay. And then that's good for that. So that's the bushes and saplings. And then we want to go to here. We want to do this as well. I think like I don't know, because like for the smaller stuff, like when it does mass place the trees, it's like yeah. I don't know. Maybe this like prefab I have, I just need to tweak it some more because right now it's like it's only placing the one thing, and I'm hoping that it would actually yeah, this placed a shit ton. Didn't shoot. Oh yeah, I placed all the grass as game objects. We do not want that. Grass we'll do on our own. Um, let's see. Falling leaves don't do anything. We technically have our own ferns we could put in as well. Like I have my own fern model I made. Um, different kind of like these are grass. We want that. We could do maybe like two of these, maybe. Here. I'm just gonna try this here. So we'll do this one and this one. And then I know for a fact they have bushes. Here we go. So we got big bush, small bush, bigger bush, smaller bush, big bush. And we got the trees as well. Except this one's kind of fucked up. I don't know what's going on with that. What's going on with this one? That one's kind of fucked up for some reason. Are they all fucked up like that? No. They have like different variants and stuff, which is kind of cool. We do want to have some of these saplings because these are actually going to be pretty good for like breaking up the like the edge of the forest and stuff to the actual field and whatnot, and then just have like these in like the spaces where there's like no big trees growing like this, you know. Um, we're gonna do. I think we'll go with this bush. With that one. We could also do a small one as well. Um, which one wants me to just? It is using a silent. It's using silent shader. What are you talking about? Weird. Sometimes it gives me this error for some reason. Must use a nature occlusion, otherwise building light will not work. I'll have to go fix that later then. We want to use. Tis the shrubbery. Yes, tis indeed. We'll use this one. 1A2. And we want to have at least like maybe. Actually, wait. Which one of these do I have? I have 1A1, right? This one. I don't know if I like the light color like that. I think 1A2 I'll definitely do. Yeah, this is gonna be the boring part of the stream, guys. I'm sorry. Uh, and 1A3. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else we wanted as well? I think we could do actual birch trees as well. Like we could actually have like an occasional big tree like this, but I don't really think that's necessary, and I kind of want to keep it more of a pine forest, so we're gonna stick with the pine trees for now. Um, these are just standard trees. We could always add these later if we really feel like one of these trees would be useful. I could go for like a big tree like this in like a field or something. That'd be kind of nice. Um, I'm trying to think. I believe it was here, right? And this was where these are something else. Split, no. Standard, no. Tall, very tall. Thick, 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 thin. Hello, Super. Sorry, I'm just playing around with foliage right now because I got the foliage asset pack I wanted, and I'm just kind of like setting it up here. Oh, man. Okay. So, we've got all this. Doesn't have an LOD. Does not have an LOD group. It doesn't have an LOD. Does it? I thought it did. Oh, it doesn't have an LOD. Interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. I thought this would have an LOD. Weird. Oh, so maybe the bushes don't have LODs. Wait. You don't have an LOD, you don't have an LOD. Okay, everything with the bushes doesn't have LODs. Okay. Oh, we can fix that pretty easily. So we could do 1A2. And we'll just slap on an LOD for this boy. I think the biggest problem with LODs is the sheer fact that the skate like the way that this calls in the scene view, it doesn't exactly work. It doesn't like work as properly in VR or desktop, so I have to really gauge the distance and then kind of adjust it when I play the game directly, because man, these culling factors don't really work properly in this case. So what, this one is bush 1A2, right? So we're just gonna apply this modifier, paste this new, there we go. So that should have a modifier. Yep. Okay. And then bush 1A3. Yeah, it should be this one, right? Yeah. We'll see what this looks like when we add this modifier, and then we'll just quickly replace the mesh renderer. And it's good enough. Like I said, it's gonna have to be adjusted later because it's just like it's hard to adjust it in the scene view. So, can you test it in play mode? Doesn't matter. Because the LOD distance will be different in desktop VR chat and VR chat versus the scene view or game view in Unity. It's not consistent. You'll have to play test it like directly and adjust the values as needed if they occlude too far or too close. So we're not going to worry about that too much right now because all it takes is just editing a value. Okay, we're gonna try mass placing trees and just seeing what happens. So if we do 10,000 trees, although, yeah, and place. So this is what happens when we mass place trees with all the small stuff included. Like we get like gaps like this, and it just doesn't look good. I could bump this up to like 20,000 and it might be a little better, but even then it's like it just looks bad. It's just like a bunch of randomly strewn assets. It doesn't have any consistency. I hate it. I wish I could reset it back to here we go. I set it back to here. That's why we're not gonna mass place when we have all this stuff, because it just doesn't look good no matter what I do. I don't get how people can like, I saw a trailer video of somebody like doing a tutorial on like the foliage stuff, and he had like an asset pack and he put it in his thing and mass placed it and it looked good, and I was like, how the frick does that work? And I think it's because my terrain is too big. That's probably why. So we are gonna have to manually place plant stuff, which is fine. I expected as much. So we are going to start doing that. First off, we're gonna start cleaning up the roads a little bit here because we need those to be a little bit open here. We'll go back and add trees on the side of the road afterwards because we are going to be placing splines and stuff for the power lines, so we are going to do that. This is the part of the stream where we start painting, which is going to take a hot minute because, my lord, it takes a while. This is probably the biggest part of the update that I knew was going to take a hot moment to do was the freaking painting the actual foliage because it does take a while. And you want to like make it look nice and specific, but mass placing it works to just get them all out there. But then you'll have to go in and like, okay, maybe I want to erase this and put something else here, or whatnot. So we are gonna have to do that a little bit here. Um, so we're just gonna clean up the roads a little bit because we know we don't want this all blocked like this, at least somewhat blocked like this. I don't mind there being pine trees that are like overhanging the road. But we do want to clean it up a little bit because, like I said, we do have like these power lines here that we do want the splines to come through, so we do want to make sure that looks nice. I have been like looking at reference images of environments and stuff. It still hasn't really clicked with me, you know, but I think if I kind of just do some trial and error with painting, we will probably figure something out and make it look nice compared to just having it mass placed and stuff. Like for instance, if there's like gaps between trees and stuff, then maybe you could put like some grass and stuff there. The edges of forest would have like maybe saplings and bushes and stuff, whereas the bottom of the pine trees would be more like ferns and whatnot, kind of having like a consistency. I mean, it is going to be kind of a pain going in and painting manually all of this, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere. So that's just how these things work. There's probably an easier way to do it. I mean, I do have the thing that literally like places the foliage down, but sadly it erases the current foliage, which is not what I want. Um, so I'm kind of left with like a weird conundrum. I don't know. We'll see. Um, like I said, I'm just getting all the trees kind of cleared off this road a little bit. Um, oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't remember, last stream we did actually get the watchtowers kind of set up with the fast teleport system. So you can actually teleport up here now. Obviously, they still need some more texturing, but for the most part, it's a little bit cleaner now. That's very nice. So, oh man, hope you guys are doing well though. It's just a matter of snow and ice. Yeah, the nice thing is that if I want this to be a winter update, I just have to change the color of the pine leaves to be white. Super easy. So I'm not really too worried about that. Yeah, here's the power station for you guys remember. Here it is. I'm gonna clear this area right here because I am gonna actually paint manually here a little bit. Like areas of interest, I think I am going to have to paint manually because like I want it to look nice. Whereas areas that are like in between locations will probably be a bit less detailed. Um, so maybe areas around like roads and stuff will probably have a bit more to them, whereas areas outside, like in the middle of the forest, might be a little bit less detailed in terms of foliage. We'll try to keep it kind of basic while making it look at least a little bit nice. So I do like these pine trees though; they do look really nice. I'm very happy about that. So, um, yeah, I don't mind there being overhang like this actually. So there is also a trick I learned that if you wanted to increase like if we go down the ground level, right? If you wanted to increase the trunk density of the forest to make it look a little bit more dense, you could just put like a stump going up without any leaves. Because there's a certain thing called like a canopy density where it's like, okay, the density of the canopy is to what I want, so I don't want to keep adding more and more there. So instead, I can actually add like a trunk just going up to make it look like it's part. It actually has like a canopy, but it doesn't. But it's meant to increase the trunk density of the forest so that it actually looks a bit more crowded and stuff. Whereas you're trying to save on, polys and stuff. So that makes no sense when I say it out loud, but hopefully you guys understood what that meant. So, oh man, building environments is difficult. I have respect for people who can do stuff like this professionally. Like it's probably not easy. Uh, Probably not easy at all, honestly. You probably have to just do a lot of trial and error, and then you have to have the right assets and stuff, and then just kind of like do a certain guideline of like, okay, make it look as natural as possible. This isn't going to be realistic, I will say. Most likely not, but we are going to get it like at least decently looking okay. I think the pine trees look great though so far. I still haven't tested performance. Also, I'm just going to paint all this off because I'm going to have to redo this whole area right here. Um, I'm still gonna have to test performance and stuff, which is like the last thing I'll do, because then I can go back and actually start like compressing textures and all that jibber jabber, get all that going. So that'll be interesting. Oh yeah, here's a campsite right here. I put a little campsite there. That was nice. I put that over there. Then here's the road, and the road seems to have some trees growing on it, which is what we do not want. And we'll probably go back and add some trees in between eventually, because right now, like, some of this is lacking some trunk density and stuff. Maybe kind of like, yeah, here we go. That looks pretty okay. As long as it's not, like, on the actual street, I think it's fine. Although I will say this is actually, I actually want to make sure it's not covering up the power pole. So, we got a little bit more path here. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, no, I went to the store today because I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get tacos tonight for Sam's stream. But I didn't want to go back to Taco Bell to get a taco party pack because the taco party pack costs like $20, and I'm like, I don't want to spend $20 on just food on like one thing. So I was like, can I go to the store and like buy the stuff to make tacos for cheaper? Like, can I make 12 basic tacos? Can I buy the stuff to make 12 basic tacos at home cheaper than if I just go to Taco Bell and buy a party pack? And the answer is yes, I can. So I have all the ingredients. I have like the meat and all that kind of stuff just to like make some basic tacos. And it only cost me like 10, 12, $13, I think, because the meat was the most expensive thing, obviously. So that cost me the most amount of money to get. So yeah, that was something. Oh yeah, here we're gonna go ahead and add the grass back because we are gonna actually, yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, we're gonna do grass. Forgot about that. So we'll start with the grass actually. Here, we'll start with the grass. We'll kind of like get this painted and stuff, kind of like get that kind of going. We're not gonna worry about boundaries right now. We can always erase later. We just want to get the grass kind of painted, kind of looking okay, kind of get the boundaries and stuff going, We're just going to kind of paint this. It's very hard to see because the grass is very, small and stuff. So we're just going to paint this real quick, get this all going. Like I said, we'll erase later because it's easier to just paint over and then erase it. So, man. But anyway, taco story. Yeah, no, I was thinking about doing tacos tonight. But I realized, I'm gonna be doing the dev stream, so like I won't have time to actually sit down and cook the meat for the tacos. So I just got myself a pizza, one of those frozen pizza. I got like a specific kind of frozen pizza, not like the Totino's or anything like that. Also, I just realized I really gotta blur this terrain painting. It's actually really bad. You can even see the choppiness in it. But I was like, I'm gonna get the specific kind of pizza that I found at my store recently. It's a frozen pizza, but it's in like the deli section. It's not in like the normal section of the supermarket where all the frozen pizza is. And I tried it last week, and it was actually pretty good. I actually kind of liked it, and it was kind of cheaper than getting like normal frozen pizza. So I was like, you know what, this is pretty freaking good. I think I'm just gonna get this. So I did. And it was pretty freaking spectacular. And I bought that for tonight, so I'm gonna have piba tonight. So yeah, I think it's called like Riverside or something. I don't remember what the actual name of the pizza brand is. I have it in my freezer. I could go check, but it was pretty okay. It was pretty all right. It was pretty good. But yeah, I also bought a Hamburger Helper because I don't think I've ever, actually, no, I've had Hamburger Helper at least like once or twice, a few times, but I was like going to the supermarket and I was like, oh yeah, Hamburger Helper, I forgot about this. So I was like, I think I'll buy some hamburger helper. And I forgot that, yeah, you need to like cook the meat and then you just add this like stuff to it and then you have hamburger helper. Um, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Um, and it's just like you just cook like ground meat. What's hamburger helper? You don't know what hamburger helper is? You don't know what hamburger helper is. That is surprising. Wait, hold up. I gotta look this. No, I'm gonna show you. Hamburger helper. You really don't know what hamburger helper is? I feel like if I show you this, you're gonna know what it is when I show it to you here. Um, browser. Where's my browser? Why do I never have the right windows ready for this? Oh, I do. Wait. This is hamburger helper. This stuff. This is what hamburger helper is. It's like the guy. That's the hand icon. If you ever seen like the like little like glove icon guy, um, that's hamburger helper. It's like, I mean, it's basically just this. It's like it's this noodle stuff and sauce, but then you make you cook the meat yourself and then you combine it and it makes hamburger helper. And the hamburger helper is actually super cheap. Um, so it's actually not. It's actually pretty good. I've had it before in a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. It's like a mix that you just add hamburger to. Yes, exactly. You just add hamburger to it. Um, but I bought some. I bought a box when I was at the store, so I was like, I'll have this for later probably. Um, I would say the only downside is, yeah, you do have to cook your own hamburger, but it's like, I mean, it's not that bad. It's pasta and flavor packets. Yeah, if that the TLDR, it's basically pasta flavor packets, and then you combine hamburger, and it's actually pretty good. Um, it's really good if you're looking for like if you don't have that much money. Um, like I've heard stories of people who basically avoided just going hungry because they actually get hamburger helper and it actually helps them out a lot. So I thought that was super interesting to know. Oh, one second, I gotta clear the path here. Also, I feel like the dirt could be pushed out a little bit more here. This is very close to the building. I wonder if I should fix this. Actually, it's gonna kind of annoy me. So here, one sec. Can we? I need to like fade this out a little bit. It's gonna be kind of bad if I leave it like this. There we go. Yeah, but it's good though. Like I don't remember having any bad experiences eating hamburger helper. I just remember it being good. Very, very nice, very tasty. Didn't have hamburger on hand. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like for me, it's like, well, I don't really do hamburger. I have to just ground. It says ground beef. It doesn't have to be hamburger. It can just be like basic ground beef and stuff. It doesn't have to be specifically a hamburger. Um, but yeah, no. I actually bought like 2 pounds of ground beef when I was at the store today, and I was gonna use those for the tacos, but I'll probably do that this weekend because I don't want it to go to waste. So, all right, guys, we got the grass painted at least on the field here for now. We could always add some flowers later on too. But we're gonna start focusing on the roads specifically. We're not gonna worry about painting like the interior forest just yet. We're gonna focus on painting the roads because that's gonna be kind of like the big area of viewing. Like that's where people are gonna see the most. We want to make sure it actually looks like relatively nice. Now, I do hate the fact that this is very choppy because it's like a resolution thing with the brush and stuff and how like you paint diagonals, it just looks very choppy. I hate it. So I have to kind of like get faded out a little bit here if I can. Um, Kind of just faded a little bit. So it's annoying, but it's okay. It happens. Yeah, it'd be a little bit annoying doing this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start up here actually, because this is technically where you start in the map, right? So you spawn out here and then you walk this way. So we're gonna start working on this patch of road here. So what we got is I'll set that to 1. So oh, that doesn't didn't want to work for some reason. Why are you not? Oh, okay. For some reason, this doesn't want to paint. Oh, is it because it's doing the? Oh my gosh, wait. What are you yelling at me for? The tree couldn't be instanced because one of its LEDs contains renderers of type other than mesh render and billboard. Oh my. Oh, it's because it's set to like an empty. That's why. I don't know why it. For some reason, it didn't register that. I guess weird. Um. Oh, there we go. Now we can paint it. Okay. I always like to paint like one brush like this, like low clicks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of clear out some of these trees. We're gonna start with the pine trees. So we do want to add a little bit of pine density here. I always like to skip over pine trees just to kind of give the density a little bit there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start. The edge of the forest is gonna kind of be its own thing. Although what we can do instead is we'll probably just like dot some bushes here. Um, Maybe add some clusters, kind of maybe like one in the corner here. Maybe like kind of keep the bushes in clusters, I would say. And then we'll also add another variant of bush here too. Um, this is like the range of the bush is kind of like indicative as well. We got like random variants as well. And then we'll also have some nice little shrubbery here too that kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit here. And we do have other saplings as well, so we can also kind of like add that too. Um just really trying to like maybe make it look a little less less monotonous, I guess, in terms of the way the stuff looks. Kind of keep like maybe one more sapling right here. I don't know if the saplings I think that's actually pretty decent. Yeah. I don't know. Like it always looks bad to me, but I know other people probably think it looks all right. So I try not to critique myself too harshly. Um, Basically, I'm just trying to make it look like the edge of a forest, essentially. Especially like the bushes and stuff too. Kind of like cluster those together because the bushes do like clustering. And then, actually, maybe instead of like that, we'll probably put like a bush or two here. And we'll probably put another sapling here. Probably like a cluster of saplings, maybe. I don't. Something like that, maybe. Oh yeah, we also could get some ferns kind of spread here as well. I'm gonna reduce the size variation a little bit here because I kind of want these to be a consistent size, I would say. See, I don't know. It's hard to really think it looks okay. I think it looks all right. Like you kind of walk in, there's a bunch of bushes. I mean, like this one's kind of colliding with the bush with that a little bit, so we'll kind of move that. Yeah, walk in, you got like a street light here. You know, you got some bushes that are kind of like lining the side of the path with some saplings. Well, maybe not saplings. Maybe saplings wouldn't be on the side of a road like this, actually. Here, just for this case, we'll get rid of all the saplings, I think. I think the bushes might be fine for the most part. I'm gonna like delete all the bushes real quick. See, this is why this is gonna take a freaking hot minute, by the way, because I'm just like sitting here like this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Uh, so look at that whole path of bushes. Meow. I think it's because my bush density is like, yeah, 15. I'm just gonna spam this real quick here. Kind of. Oh, don't put him on a cliff. We don't want that. See, but this is part where we kind of go through and we kind of cull them out a little bit here. Pull them from the back a little bit. We don't want them going all the way into the forest here. because that's not what we want. We want them to kind of just be like hugging the edge a little bit. Oh, oh, being picky is good. Yeah, it's just hard. And we want to make sure they're not also covering the fence post as well. It's just difficult figuring out what you think works and what doesn't. So it's just annoying. That's all. I could probably put one sapling or something like right here, maybe. Probably not next to each other. Probably not in the pole either. How have you not fallen? Those roots go pretty freaking deep, I'm gonna be honest. I was wondering if I should put like stuff on this little cliff here. I think that might actually look kind of cool. The problem with Unity is yeah, we could do this actually. Yeah. The problem with Unity is it doesn't rotate the meshes of the trees, but these ones actually seem to go are like built decently enough that they actually go into the ground a little bit, which is kind of nice. Um should add a golf course. No, I'm not gonna add a golf course. Crazy. Just add like a little bit of bushes here. I don't know. I should probably paint this a little bit, make it a little bit it'll look freaking weird. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. I like making environments is hard. I don't know. It's so it's like you paint it and then it just doesn't look good and you want to do it again. I don't want that one. I want like maybe like probably put some like extra bushes here or something maybe. I think that the secret is I just need if there's like a little blank spot like this, I just put a bush there. So put a little extra bush there and it should just look fine. Everything else in the interior is going to get painted later on. We're worrying about the roads right now. I wonder if I should have an extra variant of bush, maybe. I'll put like another tree right there, maybe. Yeah, these ones actually, I like the way these pine trees look. I think they look all right. Um, it's like you can't really judge this view because technically the lighting isn't enabled, and it's also not baked. So like the lighting, like the light probes aren't set up either. So it doesn't actually justify. It doesn't actually look good right now. Um, so, but I will go ahead and work on the perimeter of the little place here because I do want this to actually look pretty okay. Because technically it's supposed to be like a pine forest and stuff, so we're gonna kind of quickly make sure this is this actually looks like the forest is encroaching on the freaking place, you know. Just trying to get that canopy density kind of filled, you know, like see like I'm filling up the canopy space a little bit, just so that it like actually it's kind of set up properly. There you go, see, like that. And now you like look back here and it's like, whoa, there's all pine forest here. What the hell? Uh, so yeah. Oh man, I still have the hamburger helper stuff pulled up on my other thing. Sorry, one sec. At a golf course. God, I read that again. Sorry. Yeah, I still really like this view. Like like the view when you come out and then you walk up and you look out. Like I like this. I think this looks great. I like this view a lot. This is what I was going for. Was like you walk out and then you look out and you just see everything, you know? It's like one big view and it's like, "Whoa, that's cool." Hmm. I will say, I am gonna use if when I make rock assets, I'm actually gonna use those to kind of break up the view line a little bit. You read it twice because it was a good idea. I think White's onto something. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't golf. I've golfed like once in my life. I don't really golf that much. It's not really my thing, you know. I'm just here to increase your workload. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm still excited to work on the thing we were talking about. I just like I have to get this done for first. So um, like I said, the environment's going to definitely be the trickiest part. This is going to be the most time consuming part, I think. Well, time consuming aside from maybe the 3D modeling and stuff, which I mean that in of itself took quite a while. Um, I'm not sure how I feel about spamming bushes everywhere. I don't know if that's really necessary. It kind of worries me a little bit, but I think for now we'll kind of like here we'll just kind of like make some space. Maybe don't make it too clustered and stuff. Maybe add like we could do like that. Add like an extra one, kind of give a little gap there. Not making it too clustered and stuff, giving it a little bit of space to breathe, you know. So because I think if I make them too clustered, it's gonna look weird. I'll give like little occasional clusters followed by the occasional break in the bushiness, you know. And then I guess I could also just like add some grass here too. Like I could actually kind of. I think the problem is that I wish the density would be much more thicker, but unfortunately it feels like I really have to, like if I want this density to be really high, I have to like crank that shit up, you know? Yeah. Maybe get some grass in here too, you know, like the occasional little snippet of grass and whatnot. So crank it even higher, crank it even higher. We can clean it up in post. We can clean it up in post. That's actually starting to look pretty okay. Yeah, bushes won't have grass under them, but some of the like extra spots here probably will, like that, like a little extra. I think this is kind of what I needed is I needed to just get some like grass in here in between the little snippets and stuff just to make it look a little nicer, you know, kind of like, oh, it's like there is something growing there, you know, and maybe like underneath the trees here too, especially. I think that'd be kind of nice. No, I don't care about shortcut findings, thank you. Especially here. Although the problem with this is that this thing is sloped and the grass kind of clips through the side, so we can't really paint grass on this one, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but it's okay. I should actually, you know, honestly, if we're doing a forest like this, I should actually paint ferns because that would make more sense. So like if we do like that, that might make a bit more sense than grass. Didn't I tell you guys this was going to be time consuming? This is kind of my life right now. Is doing this. Oh man, is it gonna be worth it in the end? I sure hope so. I think what the problem is I need to not be stuck too much on painting too much detail. Like I should just go through and get like a rough draft setup of this, and then I can come back and like actually update this and make it look a little nicer and stuff. Because right now it's like I'm sitting here and I'm doing this, and it's like, okay, I'm just like randomly painting at this point. I should actually get like some kind of consistent plan going. Because my idea is like, okay, open patches will have grass, and then the ferns will mainly be underneath the pine trees, and then the edges of the forest will mainly have the bushes, well, the saplings and stuff at the edge of the forest. So the main stuff at the bottom here is primarily going to be ferns and bushes and stuff. But then yeah, like occasionally I need to put like some kind of other tree and stuff. That's gonna be the problem. Be the big headache. I don't know, man. It's rough. I also need to put rocks as well. Some like big rocks to kind of break up the sight line, so you're not just looking all the way down the forest like this. I need to put some kind of like rocks breaking it up occasionally. Um that's a big thing too. Oh man. I should save. See, now I'm starting to second guess actually having ferns like this. Maybe grass would be better at the edge, and then ferns would be like underneath the trees here. So for instance, what I would probably end up doing is like big brush, like huge brush like this, just bam, spam like that. That would be basically like, here you go guys. Here's basically the uh the bottom of the canopy essentially, just a shit ton of ferns everywhere, you know. And then I would go through and I would like add some extra stuff in between all this and whatnot. Um which actually, you know, this might not be a bad idea actually. So if we do we're gonna reduce that down to like 40. Ah, see, it doesn't look good though. 40, 60 maybe. Yeah. Kind of like edge that a little bit. Now, obviously, we are going to have to adjust the LODs later on because the LODs need to be pretty strict. Because I don't want you guys like rendering all of this foliage at once. I mean, that's why LODs exist for a reason. Um, so yeah, yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to do underneath the canopy at least, is have just like ferns. And then what we'll do is we'll go through and like when there's like an open spot like this in the trees, we'll paint these off and we'll put like maybe some grass here and some bushes and saplings maybe. And we'll kind of just like do that over and over again. So we'll just have to paint a ton of ferns everywhere. Actually, I'm kind of feeling that right now. So maybe we'll do like increase that by 20 and then just kind of get some ferns everywhere. Um Maybe like up and down this whole road section here real quick here, just because I'm feeling it. Like, guys, I'm just feeling like it, you know. And we'll worry about erasing it all on the road later. We just want to get this all painted and stuff. So, oh my god, guys, look at this! Wow, that's so many ferns. Oh my god. I feel like the moment I try and playtest this, my computer is literally going to explode. Um, and we will have to fix that. I personally kind of don't like how divided they are. I think we are going to have to go through and do a bit more specific painting for the ferns here. Um, but for now, this is like the template, I guess you could say, ideally. Sorry, I just really feel like painting all this all of a sudden. I just want to feel productive. Okay, we'll stop there for a second. So we just wanted to paint this section just like to kind of show it off. Like, okay, we can ferns underneath the trees like this. This is kind of what we want. Um, we'll probably add some like patches of grass and maybe patches of dirt that have nothing on them and some rocks and whatnot, and kind of divide that up. Bushes. Yeah, see, you can see how like the ferns feel like they're encroaching on the road here a little bit. But we've got the bushes kind of like stopping them from fully hitting the road. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. And then we got some saplings on the edge that are like right on the edge of the forest trying to grow. Some baby ferns. Of the saplings as well. Yeah. man, guys. What should I talk about while I do the boring work here? Because I'm just this is really all that we're gonna be doing for this session is literally just painting. So, um, yeah, we're gonna go down here and start painting down here because I know we can start doing all this. Oh gosh. Um, I was watching a friend of mine play Monster Hunter World again recently. Um, and I've been starting to get that itch to play some Monster Hunter. I never finished Rise, by the way, for anyone curious. I never actually finished Rise. I played through a bit of the village quest stuff, but I never actually finished the full game, unfortunately. Um so yeah. It's not that I hated Rise. I just like wasn't I just like lost the mood to play Monster Hunter at that point. Um so I never really like stuck with it. I never really went through and like finished it. Um albeit I did want to. But it's just like at that point I was just like pooped. I think it was because like I did Monster Hunter World and then we beat Fatalis in Monster Hunter World. And then after that I went straight to Rise. And then I think I just didn't have the energy to continue. I think like I was just kind of like pooped out of Monster Hunter at that point. I was like meh. And then I stopped playing after that. Um so that's kind of why I never really finished Rise. So I probably should sit down and play Rise. I think I'm gonna probably play World first just to get back on the heel of doing monster hunting again because it's been a while. Um, but we will see. I'm not sure yet. I think once I finish this big update, then I'll probably sit down and take like a bit of a breather and a break from like working on stuff and actually kind of chill and whatnot. Um, that was my plan, at least. Is I wanted to get this update done. So I think what's going to happen is when I get this update done, I'm probably going to take a 2 week break or something from projects. Like I'm just going to stop working on stuff, or I'll just catch up on video editing. But one of the two. Which I know I need to get back into video editing and get the innkeeping highlights out. Fucking I was starting January, but then I started doing this stuff and I just freaking stopped. So maybe I'll do some catch up to video editing to get back on track for that. Hopefully, I would like to at least. That's the initial plan. Um, but we will see. Video editing, please. I know, Hornet, you want me to do video. I know. I need to get back into it. I've just been doing this and I just had no time to do video editing. So, how's it going? Oh, it's going pretty good. I am working on the VRChat map right now, the Wanderer. I am currently doing foliage painting, so I'm just kind of doing some like rough drafts of painting stuff. Uh, and then we're kind of putting in more detail afterwards. So, edit a video where you're editing a video. So true. I mean, I have thought about doing a dev stream of just video editing. Which it wouldn't be nothing too crazy. I would just be going through the VOD and just cutting out the sections I want to use. Nothing too crazy. Might actually help though, because I can't really listen to music or watch videos when I'm video editing, because like I have to be focusing. So yeah, what I'm doing now is for context, I'm actually painting a lot of ferns because I want the ferns to be primarily under the pine trees, and then we're gonna be painting detail on the side of the road here in just a bit. For now, we're just painting the ferns here, and then we'll actually add like some variety to the ferns eventually. Like we'll actually make like gaps between them and stuff, but we're just painting a very basic like get this painted and set up here, and then we could like unpaint what we need to as time progresses. So that's what we're doing right now. A pine tree canopy that isn't absolutely dense at ground level. I mean, it's not gonna be like this. I'm saying I'm gonna go through and like paint out. I'm gonna like actually cut out and like actually make gaps and stuff. It's not gonna be like a complete utter paint catastrophe. Okay, next up, let's start with the bushes stuff. So we'll get some clusters of bushes going here. I think I probably need to put a tree right here actually. I think the reason I didn't put a tree here was because of the power line, but we'll put a tree here, and we'll go from the. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. I mean, this is gonna be trial and error, right? Like we're not gonna. This isn't like a permanent like thing. We're definitely gonna sit down and kind of figure out like what works and what doesn't in terms of the foliage and stuff. So, in fact, what I'm actually gonna do is we're actually just gonna delete all the ferns that are next to the path here, just to clear that up. Um, because we want this to be kind of clear for any sort of like extra stuff we're painting. So, like I said, I'm trying to put more detail into the side of the road and stuff where you guys will actually see it versus like more of the interior forest, which probably won't be as detailed, but we'll see. But yeah, Monster Hunter. Sorry, I was talking about Monster. Me up Shadowhunter. Hunter. Yeah, I might get back into it after I finish after I finish working on this map. Might play a bit more of world, get that kind of going. So I think that'd be fun. Because all I have to do is like the post game stuff really, and then I think I have like several event quests that I just never got around to doing. Um, so I would love to sit down and try and do those and stuff. I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm making like clusters of bushes and stuff if you're curious. Uh, this kind of like quick paint. There you go. Got a basic cluster going here. Something super basic like this. So I think it looks nice. Give him a little space and stuff. Maybe reduce the density just by a little bit. So yeah. There we go. I'm definitely gonna have to change the LODs on the on this eventually. Oh, that's a little bit too many bushes. I'm probably gonna put a rock here or something. I think I'll put like a big rock here or something. That'll probably be a good idea. So there we go. And then see, it feels like I'm trying not to make it like a pattern, but at the same time, like I do end up just like having spaces that have like the freaking tree canopies. So like we do like I don't know how to explain it. Maybe like a little nice little fern right there, a little baby right there. Put another one like right here. It's so difficult to actually make it look nice. I think it's because I'm critiquing myself way too much, but it's like sometimes I just feel like it doesn't really look good. Like a little bush there, maybe. And put a little bush there. It just looks like garbage. That's what it looks like. Kind of get some variety there, maybe. Maybe we could have the pine, the actual stuff kind of coming up here a little. Oh, that's way too big. Definitely could have some of the ferns kind of peeking out a little bit here. Actually, yeah, I think in spaces that I don't want to really fill with stuff, we'll actually probably just put some ferns here. The ferns like this, just to kind of give it that more sensible feel. Welcome to the boring part of the stream, guys. You're looking for action, you're in the wrong place. Well, you want me to play Helldivers 2? I've thought about buying that game. I've heard it's actually pretty good, and a lot of people are talking about it, and stuff like that. But I don't know if I really want to start a new game right now. Frankly, I've been kind of I don't like how small these are. That's gonna piss me off. Wait, can we reduce? Let's not have the size be like that different. Let's kind of keep it more big. Oh, you know what? I think the reason this is pissing me off is because the size is like way too small. So they're actually they need to be bigger. That's why. That's why this is pissing me off. It's because these are all like way too small. So they're not like being properly coding. Apparently the devs don't play above difficulty 6. I don't know. I have no clue about any of that, so I have no idea. Also, I'm probably gonna erase all the ferns and repaint them, honestly, because I just realized, yeah, the sizing is probably what's irritating me. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that real quick here. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. Global reset. Not of the anything else though. Bam. And then delete that, and then delete that. Devs don't play above dev. I wonder if that's meant to be like the devs don't play the higher difficulties, so they don't really understand the kind of the concerns people have and stuff. If that's what you're trying to refer to, which I could see that being a thing. I mean, God, I could talk about another game that had a fucking scenario like that recently that was like you could very clearly tell the devs literally don't play their own game. Like it just feels like you don't really understand what's going on here, my friend. Uh you know what I mean? That's what I heard. People annoyed at the recent update saying the balancing was around the window. Oh yeah, I think a friend of mine mentioned something about that. Like the recent update was a bit divisive. I think it was like some kind of nerf or something. I mean, then again, nerfs in general like usually always elicit negative reactions, so that doesn't really surprise me. Um, I wish I could select two of these and place them both at the same time. Yeah, nerfs can bring out the worst people sometimes. How can they understand if they don't play it? I think the whole not playing it thing is more of an insult than an actual fact, honestly. Like it's very easy to just be like this guy definitely doesn't play his own game. Why is he doing this? But they probably have like some kind of reason for doing it. Uh I don't know. I like him being big like this. I don't know. I guess like yeah. You know that is a definitely a possibility. Um, I would like to think that the devs do play their game at all difficulties because I mean they put the difficulty in there for a reason. Why wouldn't they play it at that difficulty to see what it's like? It just doesn't make any sense. So I doubt that's the case. I don't know. They probably had some kind of reason, like oh maybe this wasn't intentionally what we wanted, and people like found out about this, and it's like okay well we want to change that because we don't want that in our game. I mean it's their game, so they can do what they want. I mean it might not be the best, but like you know it's their game, so I guess as long as they at least, I mean, they seem to be listening to community feedback. Like, I mean, that seems to be a pretty solid thing. Oh yeah, I mean, like with the Wanderer, like I think I know everything, but then people find like bugs and stuff, and I'm like, huh? I didn't realize that because you can't test every scenario. Sadly, like unfortunately, ugh, it's like not everything can be tested by yourself or with your specific team. Like having more people test it usually is beneficial. Weird nerfs and buffs, but also they made the spawn rate in Civ 9 way more to the point where it's kind of unplayable. But yeah, it also sounds like frustrated players talking bad. Well, if it is the hardest difficulty, I assume it is meant to be unplayable. Like that's the whole point. Like the whole point is it's supposed to be insanely hard. So if it's literally unplayable, then like isn't that the whole point? Like if you actually do beat a difficulty 9 mission, like it's supposed to be a mark of honor. Like oh I was able to do a diff 9 mission because it's so freaking hard. I don't know. Also, yeah, I mean, I've seen it plenty of times. Frustrated players will just vent at the devs and tell them to fix the game, and they don't really understand that it's not that easy. Like, it really isn't. Like, I think the worst thing you can do as a player is just yell at the devs. Like, at least be constructive about it. Like, at least be like, I don't like this because of this reason, yada yada yada. Like, I think it's like negative and stuff. Like, if you're gonna like throw shade at the devs, at the very least be constructive about it. Like, what am I supposed to work with when you say this sucks? Like, okay, what sucks? Why does it suck? Like, you got to tell me. If like, okay, I hate this update, it sucks. It's like, okay, well, why do you think this update sucks? Like, what is the specific thing that you don't like? You nerfed this. Okay, you nerfed this. Okay, why is it negatively impacting you? Like, you got to tell me this kind of stuff. Like, is it because you're doing a specific build, or is it like yada yada? I don't know. I haven't played this update, but I guess think about it. It was a DRG deal willing to spawn on hard before, but then it. Oh yeah, Hazard 5 is crazy on DRG. I don't ever play Hazard 5 because I Hazard 4 is fine for me. It's difficult enough that it can be challenging, but it's not like insane enough that it's like ludicrous. Like, I mean, I don't like see the thing is with the highest difficulty of any game, I think it should just be near impossible. That's the whole point. Like, the whole point is it's supposed to be insanely difficult for people who want that kind of stuff, Like, I mean, people were talking about Haz 4 being too easy, and then the devs give Haz 5, and now it's like an apocalypse. And it's like, I mean, that's what people wanted, so uh, there's no excuse for rudeness in general. Yeah, like, there's no point in just being negative. You might as well tell me what the issue is with your, like, what the issue is you're specifically having, because what am I supposed to work with if you don't tell me what the problem is? um I mean, with the Wanderer, it's like, I can't fix anything if you guys don't tell me what the issue is. Which, I mean, a lot of you guys do tell me, which is very nice. We have play testers for a reason. Obviously, that's the whole point of the play test stuff, is we have play testers. By the way, guys, when I get this update done, I guarantee you we're gonna have some play testing sessions, at least a few of them, because I'm gonna miss something, and you guys are gonna find it. So I think this update in particular, we are actually going to have it be on a scheduled release. As in, I won't just update this like map randomly one day. I think I will actually like make an announcement and be like, okay, I'm planning on updating this like on this day, so that you guys can kind of like be ready if you guys want to like have a group together to do it. Because I know a lot of you guys really like exploring the map and stuff, and I would love to let you guys have that opportunity. So maybe instead of like dropping on you guys randomly, I could actually just be like, all right, listen, on this day, the map is gonna go public. And then, I mean, for play testers, you guys will get your hands on it early because you guys will be testing it and stuff. Um, so yeah, like for the play testers, you guys will have your chance to touch on it a little bit and try it out a little bit. Um, so that'll be interesting to see, because like I do need the feedback, because I know I'm gonna miss something, and it's just gonna be like, yeah, that's part of the reason why, like, if I ever make a video game, I'm definitely gonna have like a closed beta and like have people come test it, because I guarantee you I'm gonna be missing something. Like, there's gonna be some kind of thing that I miss, and I'm not gonna notice it. So also, this is actually looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I want this like mini trees. I think, I mean, maybe I'll like reduce this a little bit here, but it actually looks pretty solid, all things considered. Kind of want to do like this, and then, oh no, I don't know why it does the binding like that sometimes. Actually, it looks pretty good. Part of fun sometimes to see how we can break it. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun breaking all this. I mean, you've got a lot to really check out when this update gets ready to go. Oh, I don't like that weird. What is that? Is that the mid mapping causing that? Oh my gosh, wait. Sorry, I just noticed something. Go back. I don't want to click you. Bark. Oh, it's no, it's not set to filamented. That's why. I gotta set this to filamented. Silent, filamented. There we go. And then I believe, oh, this already has like all the different masks on it and stuff. Wow. Okay. I think it does use mipmaps, right? If I turn mipmaps off, is that gonna make it look? No. Okay, keep mipmaps on. Okay. There's like some kind of weird shimmering going on, and I wonder if there's a way to fix that. And I think there is, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll ask my friend Silent later. So do wall breaking useful help? Oh yeah, I mean that's how it usually is. You know, you kind of find stuff, you break it. So also, I think this looks pretty good, all things considered. I might freshen up a little bit more here. Like I might add some extra ferns, kind of strewn around the corn edge here, kind of like creep it up a little bit. Um, but otherwise, this actually looks pretty okay. Like a pretty standard like walk to the place and whatnot. And then you got the edge of the forest. Now the edge of the forest is actually where I want to do the most amount of saplings. Like this is actually where I wanted to do all the saplings and stuff because this is meant to be like, yeah. So like the bush and the trees are actually like the edge of the forest, and then it breaks into the pines, which are a little bit different. I would say. So that was kind of the whole point. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working on the perimeter of the Wanderer forest, kind of break off like kind of like the perimeter forest edge and stuff. Uh, and then after that, we can either start working on this path right here, which will lead to that, or we could start working on the upper path there. Um, and then kind of start working on cleaning up a lot of the roads and stuff and kind of get that all going and whatnot. How much time do we have? We saw 7. How much time do I have to put my pizza in the oven for? I think it was like what? Oh god, like 20 minutes. I still got time. Ugh, I don't want to put my pizza in the oven yet because I want it to I want to have it done right before I watch the stream, the other person's Sam's stream. Capcom showcase about to start. Oh, the Capcom showcase already started. Okay. Oh yeah, they showed off Dragon Dogma 2 stuff. That's cool. Nice. Um Sorry, one second. I'm looking at someone pinged me on Discord. I was just looking at that real quick. Uh Buh. I don't know what Hikari and Dio are up to. Those two goofy goobers. Poor souls, you know. Tisk tisk. I am still looking at Discord. I promise I'm not looking at Twitter either, don't worry. I promise I'm not looking at Twitter. Um okay. Well, we'll clean this up a little bit. Funny random bug. Yeah. I both like and hate finding bugs. I like finding them because I know they exist, but I hate them because I know they exist. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna require. Oh my god, I forgot how big these trees were. Right. Yeah, this area is definitely gonna use some polishing because I need to put some big canopy trees here. Here comes the fun part where I start painting. I like having the canopy kind of. It's kind of nice. And then we'll put another tree right here. And then we'll fill kind of in this space with probably some stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna take a lot of hand painting, so I think that's the nice thing though. I like the idea of hand painting this because then I can point at it and be like, I hand painted this all. Except for the trees. I mass placed them, but you know. Hey Fred. He's just kind of up there, don't mind him. Uh he's just kind of up there doing his own thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. So we're gonna start working on the perimeter, right? So that's basically just gonna be like 5. Actually, we're gonna go like imagine doing art. Oh God, imagine I can't draw. Okay, listen, I can't draw. I can do this. I can't draw. Okay, mad respect to people that can actually draw and stuff. You guys got the gift of prophecy or whatever. Um, I'm just freaking painting some bushes here. Like what can I do? Trying to get the border of the forest kind of looking pretty okay, all things considered. This actually looks pretty good. I just need to add some more saplings and stuff. That's the thing that we're gonna kind of sparse in some saplings. So I'm just hitting that bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the bam. We don't make the forest edge look like it's a freaking doodad. Hopefully not kill the FPS in the process, but we will be testing that later on in the future to make sure it doesn't kill FPS, and then we'll probably change things afterwards. I tried drawing at one point. I got like a drawing tablet and everything, but sadly it broke on me, and also I just couldn't draw. So I mean that was also a big part of it too. But no, yeah. Let's see, we'll kind of put like clusters of trees. I think like that. Yeah, and we'll kind of break it up a little bit. So every so often we'll put like a new little sapling here. We'll put one of these guys too, because these ones they actually be cool. And we are gonna have to put in some ferns here to kind of break it up a little bit too. So honestly, I think for performance sake, we might make it to where the forest actually doesn't have like lot painted on the ground, but the edge does. Just so like the ferns go a certain distance and then they stop. Just for performance sake, I might do that. Um so like we kind of have like some ferns like this, kind of sparsed in under the trees a little bit. Oh, jeez. I will say, I did come across. I was looking through my hard drive earlier, and I did come across a lot of old stuff from like 2015, and I was very happy I found it because a lot of that stuff was actually I thought I lost it, but it was hidden on my hard drive this whole time, which is super nice. Um, like basic stuff, like some old images. I think I came across the image that actually made me want to get into trying to do art and stuff, uh, which was nice. It was very pretty. I came across some old videos too, like old videos from like 2016 that I recorded. I even had like a YouTube banner. I think at one point I was trying to do YouTube, but I don't think I ever like really stuck with it. Like, but I found like my old YouTube banners and stuff because I was like looking through them and I was like, oh god, you know. I was like, uh oh, cringe alert, Uh, I was like looking at it. I was like, God, these are awful. I don't know what I was thinking. I had like an aesthetic going, but it was like bad. I was like, what the fuck am I thinking? What was I thinking, dude? I was fucking cracked up right there. I was holy shit. God, I don't like that there's like a pattern of tree bush, tree bush, tree bush, tree bush. I kind of don't like this. Kind of not good because it makes it look very artificial. Hmm. It do be like that sometimes. Eh, well. Not gonna be too bad, I guess. I just wanted some like saplings and stuff just kind of like strewn around. Man, I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna keep painting and then just kind of live with the consequences. So, oh, I thought you were saying like the trunks were inverted or something. Thank God they aren't. Gotta clean up the grass a little bit here because it's going a little bit too far into the forest here. Oh man, I did try to do art at one point. I've never been good at drawing, and it's one of those things where like I know if I sat down and tried to do like a learning thing, I probably could try to draw eventually. Um, but I don't really have the patience, I would say, and the time. Well, I say time, but like I don't really have like the like I just don't have the I just don't feel like it, I guess. Like it would be cool, but at the same time, like uh it's just one of those things where it's like, like gosh, I just can't really bring myself to learn how to do it. Sucks, but that's how it is. Uh it just be like that sometimes. So like we're gonna kind of splash in some ferns here just to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. The thing is, I still don't know if I'm gonna actually keep it this dense. We'll see. I just don't like how monotonous that looks. How the branches be? Ah, that's not too bad. Nice little forest edge and stuff. So yeah, I should hopefully do it. I would say it's just like it's not perfect, but it's like better than nothing, I would say. Um oh yeah, I gotta paint first. I don't know, the ferns are kind of an interesting thing because like it's not I'm not sure if I want to have them be this dense or not, but I think it would be interesting per se. Uh, I think it kind of breaks up the like the basicness of the ground and stuff to kind of give it a bit more intensity. But it's probably not going to be like a sea of ferns and stuff. I'm definitely going to go through and um really clean this up, I think. Cuz yeah. Man. Not too bad though. It's looking pretty good. We are gonna still add the campsites. Don't worry. I just haven't added them yet, but we are gonna put them back there. Yeah, having just like bushes on the edge here are actually pretty good. Honestly, I like that. And then just the occasional like small tree going straight into the forest and stuff is also nice. I still need to get rocks and stuff though. That's the problem. Yeah, over this direction is kind of all over the place. Um, yeah, like over this whole area is kind of fucking all over the place, I would say. Uh, yeah, like up here especially. Kind of make that more bushed, I guess, for now. Hmm, that's all right. I would say the biggest issue is mainly going to be like just out in the middle of the woods. I don't know if I'm going to paint too much out here. I probably will. I might repaint the ferns. I don't know, because like the idea is like it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be specifically um it's gonna be like patches and stuff, I would say. But that's gonna require some more detail work. So let's go back up to spawn. So we've so far we've painted kind of like over here. We got this area going. I kind of just painted down a bunch of ferns and stuff just to kind of have it there. I'm probably gonna erase all the ferns honestly and just paint them again. But we've got some bushes. Actually, we could probably just boot this up actually and try it out. Let's see if it breaks the entire thing if I do this. Let's find out. I'm gonna get my drink. I'm gonna find out if it breaks. Like I said, this I just wanted to show off the foliage and kind of get it set up, but it's gonna definitely take a bit of time to do this. Um, I mean, I can kind of feel my game lagging in the scene here because it's probably like all the stuff is rendered. Um, yeah, all the trees are rendered. I gotta get. I see. What sucks about this foliage pack is I don't think they actually have proper LODs. Um, so I would have to sit down and go make my own LODs, which kind of sucks, but it's like whatever. Um, but yeah, this definitely is kind of chugging a little bit, and I can feel it because of the LODs not being proper. Um, so then you walk this way, and then you walk down the path, and then as you can tell, it's kind of like you got some bushes. See, with the lighting, it actually looks kind of nice, honestly. Like you got some random trees, some bushes, kind of like breaking up the monotony. Uh, and then you've got a lot of. I think the ferns are probably gonna get moved. I think instead of having a sea of ferns, we're gonna be doing patches because that's probably just better. That way. So yeah, you kind of walk out here. Like I said, just like basic bushes on the edge with some saplings and stuff, and that should just hopefully be fine. And then we could probably paint patches of ferns around things and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna probably. I think what's happening is the trees don't have proper LODs, or they do and they're just not working, and it's rendering like everything at once, so it's just like absolutely chugging. I mean, it is a real time light as well, so. Yeah, you got some bushes here, but I might not need these bushes here after all. And you walk this way. I was gonna put like a rock here or something eventually. Uh, like I said, just more bushes, some saplings on the side. I would say, looking pretty okay. Um, yeah, some saplings, some trees. Just kind of like adding to the whole like we're in a forest kind of thing. Um, Especially the bushes. The bushes are kind of meant to be like this is the break between the forest and the road. Um, yeah. Otherwise, like the foliage looks great. It's just yeah. I honestly I don't think we actually need to worry too much about like random open patches. I think that's fine. We don't need to put something in every slot. It's fine. Um, yeah. Then we got the grass, and then you walk out, and here you go. And then obviously we're gonna have the power lines eventually. Um, and then you can see the border of the forest and all the trees and stuff. Um, and that's all kind of coming into play. So, like I said, I'm not gonna worry too much about optimization right now. I'm gonna worry about just painting it, and then afterwards, I'll start kind of like dwindling down a little bit. Uh, but yeah, otherwise, that looks pretty good actually. Get like one more view here, real quick. The teleports should also just work, by the way. So we should just be able to go to here. Yeah, see, so we can actually teleport to the campsite. So that's nice. Also, the map is going to be much darker than this. It's going to be a bit more darker. So we actually technically really don't need to paint more foliage than we actually need. We only need to really paint around like areas of interest and stuff. Like we really don't need to paint like everything constantly. But yeah, here's the campsite. It's working pretty. It actually looks pretty good, all things considered. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Um, And then we could also go to the watchtower, as you can tell. Here's the watchtower. This is a kind of like there's the crater over there. And we should be able to just teleport, yeah, up here. Now we're up here. And now, as you can see, we're actually inside the watchtower, able to look around. I will say the trees are a lot taller than the original ones, so it might not be a good vantage point. But it's better than nothing, I guess. So exit play mode. I'm gonna get rid of the ferns for now. Actually, I'm not. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna just. We're gonna remove all the ferns for now, and we'll work on that later. Yeah, I'm not gonna paint ferns right now. We're just gonna worry about like the bushes and stuff. So yeah, there we go. Hmm, that looks pretty okay. We'll probably have like some gaps and stuff. Like yeah. I would say what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna pay, like I think what we'll do instead of like so 5, so we'll do like patches of ferns. So like maybe like we'll have like a patch of, well, maybe we'll go like 60 maybe. We'll have like a patch of ferns like this, and then maybe like a patch coming on like this, and then like have one that crisscrosses like that. Kind of just like get them kind of like patched out and stuff. Uh like little patches of ferns instead of it just being like a constant barrage of ferns and stuff. So you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll actually do a little bit of that. Like we'll put like maybe like a fern patch there. Kind of like weave them in between the trees, I would say. Kind of just like have like a nice patch there. Maybe a patch going down this way and a patch going that way. Um have like another patch that kind of comes like here, but then goes behind this tree as well, kind of like around this. Um maybe like a patch that kind of goes like that. I don't know. It might look a little artificial, but I think I'd rather do it this way, where we just have like little gaps in the gaps in the ferns and stuff, instead of it just being a constant sea of monotony. You know, that's what I think of when I see like I painted the whole thing. It's just a sea of monotony where it all looks the exact same. That's what I don't want. I want it to be a little bit broken up and varied. Maybe the occasional gap here and there, but the idea is just like it's not all painted constantly. It's only painted every so often. So you get like a little patch coming around this way. They interconnect in certain ways, and then we could probably put like some dirt and stuff here just to make it look different. And then maybe like they don't grow on the hill. Maybe this is like more of a dirt hill or something. I don't know. Only just hard. You guys try painting this stuff. It's not easy. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's my kind of perfect, I guess. So I'm not gonna paint out further into the forest. I think I'm just gonna do around the roads for now, and then I think later on my own time, I might sit down and do like I'll just paint like outside and stuff my own time, because I don't really want to sit down and do all that right now. So just kind of get like some nice little telemetry here. There you go. Yeah, that looks nice. I'll go up here and do that too. Give me one sec, guys. I'm actually gonna go put I'm gonna get my ovens preheated to get ready for the pizza because I need to do that now. One sec, I'll be right back. Wowie. Okay, I'm back. And my oven is preheating, so I got a few minutes until it finishes. So okay, let's see. Probably could do like cushions and stuff going around here as well. Although I think I'd rather this be this feel, and yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna leave it like this because this is actually fine. So what we're gonna do is we'll have like patches of ferns kind of going around the open areas here. Um, so I like the idea of just doing like these patches of ferns like this and then painting extra stuff in between them. Maybe like a dirt patch or stuff, something to make it look, oh, maybe like rocks and maybe like we'll put like rocks and stuff there to break it up a little bit. But the idea for this is we do want this to be kind of like make it look like a fern forest kind of thing. Um, yeah, something like that. Something basic. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. I should probably have the ferns come a little closer, I think. So we'll do like this. Little patch there. Around the corner. Yeah, just kind of break up the monotony a little bit. Gaps and stuff every so often would be good. I don't know. I might have to go look at like pictures of stuff later because right now, like if it's just gonna be the ferns and the trees, that's gonna look very basic. It's like there needs to be more, and it's like maybe I should put like an extra variant of tree in here or something. I should definitely do like rocks and stuff. To kind of like you get like a big rock or something that breaks up the view and stuff. Uh, Maybe like some patches of grass and whatnot. So maybe like instead of it being just all sunshine and rainbows. There is also just like some grass patches as well, especially like in the more especially in the more like open areas. Um, so like for instance, like right here, there could be a grass patch. So and then I could even go in and just like freaking just make a quick like little paint layer here real quick. Like, oh, it's this layer of like a nice little layer of grass here. I see that would be probably a decent idea. Just having like patches of forest and stuff. Maybe. We'll see. I guess it just depends. I don't know. Painting something to not make it look monotonous is I don't know. There's probably some kind of secret, but I just don't know what it is. So I just paint and I paint until it looks okay. Oh yeah, we still need to do the bush forest here. Although in this case, I'm debating if there's going to be a difference between like a forest edge that's next to a grass plane, or if it's just like an actual like cut through the forest. Like it probably wouldn't be this aggressive with the bushes and stuff. Like it would probably be a bit more tame. Um, yeah, maybe it would be. Maybe instead of there being oh, my stuff's done. One sec, I gotta go put my pizza in the oven. Once it gets finished. Wait back. Okay, sorry for that. All right, I got like 8 minutes until I gotta flip the pizza. Okay. No, I'm just thinking to myself like I don't know, maybe instead of this being um like maybe instead of this being like bushes and stuff, it could just be like straight into the forest. But I don't know. It thing's hard. Actually, I want to see what it looks like if I do this. Kind of just like a little dirt patch, you know. So like every so often we just have like these little like dirt patches and stuff that kind of appear. Um, I think I kind of like. I think I kind of like doing like this actually, where it's like the whole reason there's no uh things built here is because there's all these different little dirt patches and stuff. That actually doesn't look too bad, all things considered. I mean, it's not like you're gonna see it that much, but it does make me a little happier. Although I think the only issue is I kind of don't know how I feel about like I think I would want the trees to be at least a little bit like that, you know, kind of have like a little bit. Like I could spice it up a little bit. So like maybe instead of just being a little dirt patch, it's like okay, it's like that, and like go from there. And then I think what we could do next is the dirt patches will have like rocks and pebbles on them, maybe like a big rock or something. Um, just to kind of like be like a dividing factor and stuff. I think that would probably be a good idea, honestly. Or grass, or it could be grass, one of the two. Um, yeah, I think this is starting to kind of come together. I think like having 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 it like this is kind of nice, where it's like, okay, we can maybe have like a nice little dirt patch here. I don't know if I like it doing that though. I think at this point, I think right here, I'd rather just put like maybe like little baby pine trees, you know? Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, no, I think what my problem is that everything kind of ends up looking really monotonous, like really the samey. So I think I should, like if I do like I should just like paint like patches around the trees, and then like in the open gaps I can paint like either grass or dirt, and then put something else there to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. Although like I said, I really more care about uh the side of the road than anything. But I don't know if I want to keep painting a bunch of bushes on the side of the road and stuff. Don't know if that's very much a good idea. I think maybe the saplings and stuff will be more catered towards would be more catered towards like between the plains and the like between a grassy field and stuff. That would make more sense. Or maybe like a gap where there's actually like an open gap in the forest we could put saplings, but probably not on the side of the road like this. As for the bushes, um, I think maybe instead of bushes like right here, I have an idea. An idea. So we're like, let's get rid of all these bushes up here. We don't want these. We're gonna kind of do something a little different here. We like it's like we could do like bushes kind of going like this maybe. Yeah, just like have like patches of bushes like this basically. Where yeah, that actually looks pretty okay. I could probably live with that. It's like basically just like little patches of bushes and stuff that yeah, that's starting to look a little better. I wouldn't really mind if the ferns come straight up to the road like this. So like we could do 560. So like let's say we want to paint like this, right? We just have like a batch of ferns coming in. Actually, we're gonna do I wouldn't really mind if it's like this. And then we could maybe add some bushes in between. I think that would look a little nicer. Um and we could keep like this little section with the grass and stuff to kind of break it up a little bit. I think that would look nice. This tree, however, is probably gonna get removed unless you can clip it. Yeah, you clipped. Okay, good. There you go. Yeah, I think I kind of like it like this a little better. You know, where it's like we have the ferns, but then what we can do is we can go through and remove a section of it, and then just kind of plop in some bushes here. Um, so maybe like we have like a nice little like section, like a curved section like this. We could do like bush, bush, bush. Kind of break up the monotony of it a little bit. So I think that's the biggest like thing is very much just breaking up the sameness of the forest and stuff to make it look a little nicer. Um, give it a little bit more spunk, you know. And then saplings can kind of go in like the more open areas and whatnot. Um, I though one of the tips I did read was I should put more. So like one of the tips I did read was um if you were gonna do like ferns and stuff, you should concentrate them more around like the trunk of the tree and stuff. So what we might end up doing as well, probably not on this stream, because I think I'm gonna wrap up here in just a moment. Um, but in terms of foliage, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus the ferns more around the base of the trees, and the bushes are gonna be kind of more mixing in a few flowers. I will. I actually have flowers. I don't know if I showed this off actually. I do have flowers that I made myself actually. I already have them set up and everything. So like we have like dandelions. See, like that's gonna look good when we do it that way. Yeah, like so we have like dandelions. We have I know I made sunflowers. I did make a batch of white roses, and I do have some purple flowers as well. So we do have other stuff we can spice in here. Yes, exactly. I just haven't done. I just like that's gonna be like the next phase. I think what we're gonna do is phase one is the forest. We paint the trees and all that like we got right. Phase two is gonna be the border. No, phase two is gonna be the border. No, phase two is going to be the grassy area. So we got the grassy area painted here. We could maybe add some more stuff to this. So I might add like some flower patches in here too as well. So I think I'll probably do that next. Phase three is going to be working on the border between the grassy area, the woods, and the road. So we're going to start working on kind of setting up the border area. So maybe we'll add some saplings or we'll put some more bushes like this. Oh, that's my timer. Uh, Guys, one sec. I gotta go flip my pizza. One moment. I have to go flip the pizza. One sec. Wait. I'm back. I'm back. Wait. Sorry. Okay. Oh man. How much time I got? I'll get the alarm go off. Yeah. Phase three is definitely going to be working on more of the border areas just to get those more of the detail areas. So we're gonna work on areas that are much more trafficked. So for instance, if I were to zoom out here, right? Like areas like around here, along the pathways, maybe on the road, work on areas over here. Definitely the bridge, radio tower, all that stuff. Wanderer, the river, the hot spring. We'll work on painting those areas with a bit more detailed foliage, kind of getting that all settled. And then I think the last phase will be everything in between, which is mainly just like these like patches of forest here that most people probably won't go through and stuff. But yeah, like I think these like this like central forest area will probably be the least detailed, just because I could probably save on some performance, but we'll see. But yeah, no, flowers would definitely be a good idea. I mean, I have those set up here. I actually, you know what? Just because you said that, I'll actually go ahead and add them to the foliage list here because I should just do that right now. Okay, Roomba, I don't really care. Problem is, uh, so we're gonna add all these flowers now, since I'm glad you brought that up. White rose. Add. Oh, I gotta add the gazebo back, by the way. I forgot that we have a gazebo that we need to add back. True. I'm so glad I remembered that. And sunflower. Sunflower would actually be kind of nice because we can like how do you think this will look if I just do like oh right they what is going on with you? Are you okay? Okay, there you go. Look at them flowers. The LODs are kind of fucky wucky on them right now, but yeah, we can totally fix that. Are these all causing issues? Oh, look at that! Whoa, big cluster of flowers. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Sorry, I have to focus in on an object so I can actually see. Yeah, like I think having some wildflowers like spread around would be really nice too. Like I think my idea for the open field here was we were gonna have like some patches of white rose, I think, just around. And then especially in the forest here, we'll probably have like no, what we'll probably do is we'll probably like pick like spots that are like we'll probably like pick like a spot and then clear the trees and then just have like a little nice field of flowers just randomly there. Um kind of thing, you know. I think that would look really nice. So but we're getting there. It's a progress. I mean, we're still gonna have to do some terrain adjustments when we get to this point. Uh, I might still replace some of the terrain textures with better ones. Um, we still have a lot of painting that we're gonna have to do, and then after that, it's really just getting all the udon stuff set up for like any sort of story, whatnot. Which I'd rather. I mean, I'm fine working on that. That'll be fun. Um, but it's just the foliage is going to be a bit of a hassle because it is a very time consuming process and stuff. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a bit annoying. And I also have to keep in mind this is a VR chat map, so I have to I can't go too crazy with the foliage because I don't want to like tank performance because of all the foliage, you know. So like even though I would love to do like huge clusters of ferns like this, I will probably keep them much more like what I'm gonna do is probably instead of them just being randomly strewn about like this, I think what we'll do instead is we'll take the ferns and we'll kind of like centralize them around like the base of trees and stuff. Um and then have them kind of like interconnect with each other. I think that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. Because the ferns usually do congregate more under like the canopies of trees and such. So where there's like shaded areas, we'll probably have more ferns. We'll probably like follow the trajectory of the trees and stuff, and then the open areas will probably be more like there might be saplings or grass or something here. Um, and then we have like certain areas like this that are a little bit too clustered. That we can get rid of like one or two trees. Yeah, just a lot of stuff like that. Oh man. But anyway, I'm actually gonna stop here because I want to go get my pizza made, and I kind of want to relax a little bit. I am gonna be watching my friend Sam stream tonight, so you guys are welcome to join me when Sam starts streaming. I will shout him out here real quick. But otherwise, I'm going to wrap up here. I'm gonna chill for a bit. I'm gonna kind of think about the foliage a bit more, kind of figure out what I want to do with that, and then when we come back for the next dev stream, we'll probably have a bit more of a focused plan on how we're actually going to sit down and paint all this and stuff. Because it is going to be a challenge, but it's a necessary one because you know, for the Wanderers update, we want to make it look nice, and look pretty good and be fun. So it's gonna be a hurdle. But I'm confident we're getting there. I mean, look at all the stuff we've gotten done so far. I mean, we're close. We just gotta get the forest and stuff actually painted, looking nice, and then we'll be one step closer to release, and you guys will be able to experience this update and actually have fun with it. So, all right, I'm gonna dip out of here, guys. You guys have a good one. I appreciate you dropping by for the stream. Gonna be doing innkeeping tomorrow like usual. Maybe a dev stream on Saturday. I'm not quite sure yet. But otherwise, yeah. Have a good one.